bad for the sustainability of power of the ANC. But the corruption, it's bad because it's taking away the resources that are meant for those that are in need. And that is why each and every one of us as the ANC, we must say no to corruption and make sure that the resources goes towards the development. Because it is only when we develop our communities that the ANC can sustain its power as a true leader of the society. So JZ must not opportunistically make us to believe that corruption is all of a sudden an issue, when during his term, in fact, a lot of wrong things happened. And that is why we had to sit with the Commission of Inquiry on the state term, because of the things that happened during his term, which the African National Congress has discouraged. Comrade JZ is raising the issue of the July unrest in his letter as another reason, where 400 black people were killed. Comrades, we must also not be fooled. That thing of the July unrest, it was incited. There were people behind it because they wanted to undermine a democratically elected government led by the African National Congress. Unfortunately, it was not successful because ibifuna ukuqubula umbuso, and the state comrades responded accordingly, including our structures of the ANC, when we said, let's go and protect the shopping centers, let's go and protect other business districts, so that we don't allow this July unrest to reach a point where it is not uncontrollable. And we know, comrades, that some who were dissatisfied about the imminent arrest of JZ incited this thing to happen, so that the country is disrupted. But what did the state did? It responded, comrades. And as we speak today, they are even trying to get those that were behind the killing of our people. And we must state it very clear as the ANC that akuna muntu omnyama ozabulawa kungabi accountability by anyone, whether white person or colored person or an Indian person. Impilo yomuntu omnyama ibalulekile. And that is why the ANC must continue to make sure that there is accountability. The second last thing that JZ is raising is the removal of the public protector. Usisi advocate, usisi welcome. You see, comrade, usisi ukalela. But once you start as a public protector to enter into the politics, then it becomes a problem. Because the public protector forms part of what we call the Chapter 9 institutions. The institutions that must help us to defend democracy. The institutions that must be independent and objective. And once you start to associate yourself with politics, you attend their parties, you now speak like politicians. When you are a public protector, it becomes a problem. And the removal of the public protector, it was a parliamentary process. It was not Ramaphosa as a president. There was an investigation, and the parliamentary process reached a conclusion that the public protector is no longer fit for the purpose. So that thing must not be blamed to President Ramaphosa. It's the parliament that took the decision, and not only the ANC, but a number of political parties in parliament. Now there are those comrades who want to make us believe that we've taken the wrong decisions. The likes of EFF. By the way, the EFF did not support the appointment of Jongizizwe Mkhwebane, if you did not know. All of a sudden, because we know Julius and his friends, they changed the principles depending on what they stand to benefit. All of a sudden, Advocate Mkhwebane is a darling. They said there's no space in the EFF for questionable characters like Carl Niehaus. Today, Carl Niehaus is a member of the EFF. This is a demonstration of that you have dealing with the political party that is a chameleon. it changes its principles
I laid on
because of what it stands to benefit. They are very desperate for numbers, and that is why comrades, they will accept each and everyone to join their political party because theirs is to increase the numbers, and they are very clear that they want to take the African National Congress out of power. Now, comrades, whilst the ANC must be concerned, Stalo and Nobala, that some of our members are deciding to take a different route. But comrades, we must scrutinize the caliber of those members because we are in a renewal process. The renewal of the ANC, comrades, it's a painful journey. Indlela enzima inameva iyahlala. Abanye comrades bazosalela emuva ngenxa yokuthi i-renewal iyasqina as the African National Congress. So we must not be worried when the likes of Khalili House leaves the ANC, because its conduct in the character is that of a person that must be left outside because we are going through a renewal. We are losing nothing, comrades. Mokloza comrade Khalili House. Probably, Stalo, we can say that the dismissal of Comrade Ace Mahashoni is a concern. But comrades, as I said, no one is above the ANC. Yeah. When the ANC goes into the National Executive Committee meeting and takes decisions, the president pronounced those decisions. You can't come and pronounce something different.